In the dense fabric of urban life, where towering buildings dominate the skyline and green spaces are increasingly scarce, rooftop gardens have emerged as a creative and practical solution to reconnect people with nature. These elevated sanctuaries offer a much-needed retreat from the city's constant motion, transforming overlooked and underutilized spaces into vibrant landscapes of tranquility and beauty. Whether found atop a private residence, a commercial building, or a shared community terrace, rooftop gardens have the power to enrich city living in ways both seen and unseen. The appeal of rooftop gardens has grown as cities continue to expand and green spaces become harder to access. In response to the increasing demand for a balance between urban development and environmental sustainability, architects, homeowners, and businesses alike are embracing these green havens as essential components of modern living. Many cities worldwide have begun to integrate rooftop gardens into their urban planning strategies, recognizing their potential to improve air quality, reduce heat absorption, and contribute to biodiversity. With technological advancements making lightweight soil, efficient irrigation, and sustainable materials more accessible, what was once considered a luxury has now become a practical and achievable reality for many. Beyond their visual appeal, rooftop gardens provide a sense of refuge from the pressures of urban life. The presence of plants and greenery has been shown to ease stress, promote mental well-being, and create a sense of connection with the natural world. A rooftop transformed into a lush retreat offers a space for reflection, relaxation, and social gatherings, allowing people to step away from the noise of the streets below and find peace in their own elevated oasis. The simple act of being surrounded by plants, hearing the rustle of leaves in the wind, or feeling the warmth of the sun filtered through a trellis can bring a deep sense of calm and renewal. While the benefits of rooftop gardens are undeniable, designing and maintaining them requires careful consideration. The structural capacity of a building must be evaluated to ensure it can support the weight of soil, plants, and furniture. Weather conditions, from strong winds to harsh sun exposure, play a crucial role in determining plant choices and design elements. Accessibility and maintenance must also be taken into account, as a thriving rooftop garden requires ongoing care and attention. Additionally, local zoning laws and building regulations may influence what can be constructed, making it essential to navigate the legal aspects before embarking on a rooftop gardening project. Rooftop gardens are more than just decorative spaces. They represent a shift toward a more sustainable and thoughtful way of living in cities. They are a testament to the human desire to harmonize with nature, even in environments where greenery seems out of reach. As we explore the following chapters, we will uncover the principles of rooftop garden design, the best plant selections for these spaces, and the innovative ways in which these gardens can enhance both personal and communal experiences. Through careful planning and creativity, a rooftop can be transformed into a flourishing sanctuary, offering an escape from the ordinary and a celebration of nature in the heart of the city. Designing with purpose. Every rooftop garden begins with a vision, a purpose that guides its transformation from an empty, overlooked space into a thriving green retreat. Whether the goal is to create a personal sanctuary, a communal gathering spot, or an urban farm, the foundation of a successful design lies in thoughtful planning and a deep understanding of the unique challenges that come with building a garden high above the ground. Unlike traditional gardens that rest directly on the earth, rooftop gardens must navigate structural limitations, exposure to extreme weather, and the need for a balanced blend of function and aesthetics. The first step in shaping a rooftop garden is understanding the spatial dynamics of the rooftop itself. Some rooftops are expansive, offering the freedom to incorporate multiple zones for lounging, dining, and gardening, while others are compact, requiring a more strategic approach to maximize every inch. The layout should flow naturally, with designated areas that encourage movement and interaction while maintaining a sense of openness. The inclusion of pathways, whether defined by wooden decking, stone pavers, or gravel, creates a sense of direction and organization, leading visitors through the space in a way that feels intuitive and inviting. Beyond spatial planning, the structural integrity of the building plays a critical role in determining what can be placed on the rooftop. Since every element, from planters to furniture, adds weight, it is essential to assess the load-bearing capacity of the roof before bringing in heavy materials. Raised garden beds, water features, and even large trees must be carefully considered, often requiring lightweight alternatives to ensure safety without compromising beauty. Innovative solutions such as modular containers, vertical garden walls, and floating deck systems provide flexibility, allowing a garden to be tailored to the unique characteristics of the rooftop without overburdening the structure. A successful rooftop garden also embraces the challenges posed by its exposure to the elements. Unlike ground-level gardens that benefit from natural windbreaks and shaded areas, rooftops are often fully exposed to sun, wind, and rain. The intensity of sunlight throughout the day influences plant selection and placement, with shade-loving plants thriving under pergolas or trellises, while sun-loving varieties flourish in open areas. Wind can be another formidable force, causing delicate plants to wither and furniture to become unstable. Strategic design choices, such as the installation of wind barriers, trellises covered in climbing plants, or sturdy raised beds, help create a more sheltered and comfortable environment. The atmosphere of a rooftop garden extends beyond greenery alone. The addition of seating areas, whether in the form of built-in benches, hammocks, or cozy loungers, transforms the space into a destination rather than just a visual attraction. Every seating arrangement should complement the intended use of the space, whether it is designed for quiet contemplation, social gatherings, or alfresco dining. Materials such as weather-resistant wood, metal, or stone ensure durability, while cushions, rugs, and textiles soften the space, adding warmth and personality. Water, lighting, and decorative elements complete the garden's identity. A well-designed irrigation system simplifies maintenance, ensuring that plants remain hydrated even in the height of summer. Subtle lighting, whether in the form of string lights, lanterns, or embedded fixtures, enhances the garden's ambience, making it as inviting at night as it is during the day. Artistic details, such as sculptures, decorative pots, or even a small fire pit, provide unique focal points that elevate the garden's character, allowing it to reflect the personality and preferences of its creator. A rooftop garden is more than just a collection of plants. It is a carefully curated experience that brings together design, nature, and functionality in perfect harmony. With a thoughtful approach to layout, materials, and environmental conditions, an ordinary rooftop can be transformed into an extraordinary space that offers respite from the busy urban world below. Each design choice contributes to the overall atmosphere, ensuring that the garden not only thrives but also serves as a place of beauty, relaxation, and connection. Selecting the right plants. A rooftop garden is only as successful as the plants that inhabit it. Unlike traditional gardens rooted in the ground, rooftop plants must endure harsher conditions, including prolonged exposure to wind, intense sunlight, and fluctuating temperatures. Choosing plants that can withstand these environmental extremes is essential for creating a lush, thriving space that remains vibrant throughout the seasons. The selection process begins with an understanding of the microclimate unique to each rooftop. Some rooftops bask in direct sunlight for most of the day, making them ideal for sun-loving species that thrive in warm, dry conditions. Others may have shaded corners cast by taller buildings, providing an opportunity to introduce plants that flourish in cooler, indirect light. The intensity of the wind must also be considered, as high-altitude locations often experience stronger gusts that can dry out soil and damage fragile stems. Plants with sturdy stems, deep root systems, and flexible leaves tend to fare better in these conditions, resisting breakage while maintaining their structure. Beyond climate considerations, the method of planting plays a key role in determining how greenery will be incorporated into the space. Raised beds provide an opportunity to create a layered effect, where taller shrubs or small trees act as natural wind barriers, while lower-growing flowers, herbs, or ground cover plants add texture and diversity. Container gardens offer flexibility, allowing plants to be repositioned to optimize sunlight exposure or create dynamic seasonal displays. Vertical gardens take advantage of wall space, introducing climbing vines, hanging planters, and living walls that maximize greenery without occupying valuable floor area. The aesthetic of a rooftop garden is deeply influenced by the variety of plants chosen. Some designs embrace a minimalist approach, where sculptural succulents, ornamental grasses, and architectural plants define a sleek, modern look. Others celebrate biodiversity, mixing colorful perennials, aromatic herbs, and fruit-bearing plants to create a more abundant and inviting environment. The combination of different textures, from the feathery fronds of ferns to the glossy leaves of evergreens, adds depth and dimension, ensuring the garden feels visually engaging from every angle. Practicality also plays a role in plant selection. A garden that requires constant upkeep can quickly become overwhelming, especially in an urban setting where time and resources may be limited. Drought-tolerant plants, such as lavender, sedum, and agave, require minimal watering while maintaining their vitality even in dry conditions. Native species adapted to the local climate offer a low-maintenance solution, as they are naturally suited to the environment and less susceptible to pests or disease. For those looking to cultivate an edible garden, hardy herbs like rosemary and thyme, alongside resilient vegetables such as cherry tomatoes and peppers, provide a rewarding option that combines beauty with functionality. The final consideration in plant selection is seasonal variation. A well-planned rooftop garden remains dynamic throughout the year, transitioning seamlessly from the fresh blooms of spring to the golden hues of autumn. Evergreen shrubs and trees provide year-round structure, ensuring that the garden maintains its form even in colder months. Seasonal flowers and foliage create bursts of color, offering something new to admire with each passing season. By layering a mix of perennial plants that return each year with annuals that bring temporary vibrancy, the garden evolves over time, preventing it from feeling static or predictable. Ultimately, selecting the right plants for a rooftop garden is about balance, between resilience and beauty, between structure and flexibility, and between function and personal preference. The interplay of sun, wind, and space informs every choice, guiding the creation of a landscape that not only thrives in its unique setting, but also enhances the experience of those who inhabit it. With the right plants in place, a rooftop garden transforms from an ordinary terrace into a flourishing, ever-changing sanctuary that stands as a testament to the possibilities of urban greenery. Selecting the right plants, a rooftop garden is only as successful as the plants that inhabit it. Unlike traditional gardens rooted in the ground, rooftop plants must endure harsher conditions, including prolonged exposure to wind, intense sunlight, and fluctuating temperatures. Choosing plants that can withstand these environmental extremes is essential for creating a lush, thriving space that remains vibrant throughout the seasons. The selection process begins with an understanding of the microclimate unique to each rooftop. Some rooftops bask in direct sunlight for most of the day, making them ideal for sun-loving species that thrive in warm, dry conditions. Others may have shaded corners cast by taller buildings, providing an opportunity to introduce plants that flourish in cooler, indirect light. The intensity of the wind must also be considered, as high-altitude locations often experience stronger gusts that can dry out soil and damage fragile stems. Plants with sturdy stems, deep root systems, and flexible leaves tend to fare better in these conditions, resisting breakage while maintaining their structure. Beyond climate considerations, the method of planting plays a key role in determining how greenery will be incorporated into the space. Raised beds provide an opportunity to create a layered effect, where taller shrubs or small trees act as natural wind barriers, while lower-growing flowers, herbs, or ground cover plants add texture and diversity. Container gardens offer flexibility, allowing plants to be repositioned to optimize sunlight exposure or create dynamic seasonal displays. Vertical gardens take advantage of wall space, introducing climbing vines, hanging planters, and living walls that maximize greenery without occupying valuable floor area. The aesthetic of a rooftop garden is deeply influenced by the variety of plants chosen. Some designs embrace a minimalist approach, where sculptural succulents, ornamental grasses, and architectural plants define a sleek, modern look. Others celebrate biodiversity, mixing colorful perennials, aromatic herbs, and fruit-bearing plants to create a more abundant and inviting environment. The combination of different textures, from the feathery fronds of ferns to the glossy leaves of evergreens, adds depth and dimension, ensuring the garden feels visually engaging from every angle. Practicality also plays a role in plant selection. A garden that requires constant upkeep can quickly become overwhelming, especially in an urban setting where time and resources may be limited. Drought-tolerant plants, such as lavender, sedum, and agave, require minimal watering while maintaining their vitality even in dry conditions. Native species adapted to the local climate offer a low-maintenance solution, as they are naturally suited to the environment and less susceptible to pests or disease. For those looking to cultivate an edible garden, hardy herbs like rosemary and thyme, alongside resilient vegetables such as cherry tomatoes and peppers, provide a rewarding option that combines beauty with functionality. The final consideration in plant selection is seasonal variation. A well-planned rooftop garden remains dynamic throughout the year, transitioning seamlessly from the fresh blooms of spring to the golden hues of autumn. Evergreen shrubs and trees provide year-round structure, ensuring that the garden maintains its form even in colder months. Seasonal flowers and foliage create bursts of color, offering something new to admire with each passing season. By layering a mix of perennial plants that return each year with annuals that bring temporary vibrancy, the garden evolves over time, preventing it from feeling static or predictable. Ultimately, selecting the right plants for a rooftop garden is about balance, between resilience and beauty, between structure and flexibility, and between function and personal preference. The interplay of sun, wind, and space informs every choice, guiding the creation of a landscape that not only thrives in its unique setting, but also enhances the experience of those who inhabit it. With the right plants in place, a rooftop garden transforms from an ordinary terrace into a flourishing, ever-changing sanctuary that stands as a testament to the possibilities of urban greenery. Enhancing comfort and ambience. A rooftop garden is more than just a collection of plants. It is an immersive experience that should engage the senses, offering a space that is both functional and inviting. The right balance of shade, lighting, sound, and decorative elements transforms a simple rooftop into an environment where people can relax, socialize, or simply enjoy the tranquility of nature above the city. Beyond its visual appeal, the ambience of a rooftop garden plays a significant role in shaping how the space is used and appreciated throughout the day and across the seasons. Shade is an essential element in creating comfort, especially in rooftop settings where exposure to the sun can be intense. Without natural tree cover, the use of pergolas, trellises, and fabric canopies offers relief from direct sunlight while adding architectural interest to the space. Climbing vines draped over a wooden frame create a living canopy that evolves with the seasons, providing cooling shade in summer and allowing more light to filter through in winter. Adjustable umbrellas and retractable awnings offer flexibility, allowing for a balance between sunlight and shade depending on the time of day. These shaded areas define gathering spaces, making them more enjoyable for lounging, dining, or quiet reflection. The ambience of a rooftop garden extends into the evening with carefully placed lighting. As the sun sets, the space can take on a completely different character, transitioning from a bright daytime retreat to a warm and inviting nighttime haven. Soft, diffused lighting enhances the overall mood without overwhelming the natural surroundings. String lights woven through a pergola or along railings create a delicate, star-like effect, while lanterns and candles introduce a flickering glow that adds warmth and intimacy. Pathway lights, whether embedded in decking or set within garden beds, provide gentle illumination that guides movement without disrupting the serene atmosphere. Subtle uplighting on plants and architectural features accentuates textures and shapes, making the garden feel dynamic even after dark. Beyond the interplay of light and shade, sound plays a crucial role in shaping the sensory experience of a rooftop garden. In a bustling city, the noise of traffic and construction can intrude on the tranquility of the space, but thoughtful design elements can help mask or soften these distractions. The presence of moving water, whether in the form of a fountain, a small waterfall, or a trickling pond, introduces a calming auditory layer that blends with the natural sounds of rustling leaves and birdsong. Tall plants, hedges, and green walls also help absorb noise, creating a buffer that makes the garden feel more secluded despite its urban surroundings. Wind chimes and bamboo screens add another dimension to the soundscape, reinforcing the sense of escape from the city below. Comfort is also enhanced through the careful selection of materials and furnishings. Seating should encourage relaxation while blending seamlessly with the garden's aesthetic. Weather-resistant lounge chairs, hammocks, or cushioned benches create an inviting setting, while natural materials like wood, rattan, or stone help maintain a connection to the organic feel of the space. Textiles such as outdoor rugs and soft throw pillows add warmth and texture, making the environment feel more like an extension of the home rather than an isolated outdoor area. Decorative elements contribute to the garden's personality, bringing in artistic details that make the space feel curated rather than purely functional. Sculptures, ceramic pots, and hand-woven baskets introduce cultural and artistic influences, adding layers of visual interest. The choice of color, whether through painted walls, patterned tiles, or blooming flowers, sets the tone of the space, evoking energy, serenity, or elegance depending on the desired atmosphere. Mirrors placed strategically can create the illusion of a larger garden, reflecting light and greenery to make the area feel more expansive. By carefully considering the interplay of shade, lighting, sound, materials, and decor, Rooftop Garden becomes more than a green space. It transforms into a living, breathing sanctuary that adapts to the needs of those who use it. The right ambience turns the garden into a place where people are drawn to spend time, a retreat that feels effortless yet intentional. Whether serving as a morning refuge bathed in golden sunlight or an intimate evening retreat illuminated by a soft glow, a well-designed rooftop garden invites comfort, relaxation, and connection in every moment. Rooftop gardens for different lifestyles. A rooftop garden is not a one-size-fits-all concept. Each space reflects the personality, needs, and lifestyle of those who use it. Whether it serves as a peaceful retreat, a vibrant social hub, or a productive green space, the design of a rooftop garden should align with the daily lives of its owners. By tailoring the layout, features, and plant selection to specific activities, the garden becomes more than just a beautiful setting. It becomes an extension of the way people live. For those who seek solitude and relaxation, a rooftop garden can be designed as a personal sanctuary. This kind of space embraces a sense of calm, often incorporating elements that encourage mindfulness and quiet contemplation. Seating arrangements are positioned to maximize privacy, perhaps nestled among tall planters or set beneath a canopy of cascading greenery. The sound of water, from a small fountain or a reflecting pool, introduces a meditative quality that enhances the feeling of escape. Fragrant plants such as lavender, jasmine, or rosemary add another sensory dimension, their scents subtly perfuming the air and reinforcing the connection to nature. The presence of soft textures, plush cushions, woven rugs, and natural wood surfaces further contributes to an atmosphere of comfort, making the space an ideal refuge for reading, meditation, or simply unwinding after a long day. In contrast, a rooftop garden designed for social gatherings takes on an entirely different character. This space is created for interaction, offering areas that accommodate conversation, dining, and entertainment. A well-planned layout ensures that seating is arranged in a way that encourages engagement, whether through a cozy fire pit encircled by lounge chairs or a long communal table where guests can gather for meals. Outdoor kitchens, complete with grills, countertops, and bar seating, allow for effortless hosting, transforming the garden into an extension of the home's living space. Lighting plays a crucial role in this setting, with warm overhead fixtures, lanterns, and strategically placed candles setting the mood for evening events. Plants are chosen not only for their aesthetic value, but also for their ability to enhance the atmosphere, with lush greenery creating an inviting backdrop that feels both vibrant and intimate. For individuals passionate about sustainability and self-sufficiency, a rooftop garden can be transformed into an urban farm. Edible plants take center stage in this type of space, with raised beds, vertical planters, and hanging baskets brimming with herbs, vegetables, and fruit-bearing shrubs. Hardy greens like kale and spinach thrive in compact containers, while tomatoes, peppers, and strawberries bring bursts of color and flavor to the landscape. Trellises support climbing plants such as beans and cucumbers, maximizing vertical space and increasing productivity. A carefully planned irrigation system ensures that plants receive adequate moisture without excessive water waste, while compost bins provide a sustainable way to recycle organic matter back into the soil. This kind of garden offers not just a connection to nature, but also a sense of fulfillment, as each harvest brings a tangible reward for the effort invested. Some rooftop gardens prioritize biodiversity, serving as havens for local wildlife. This type of space incorporates native plants that attract birds, bees, and butterflies, contributing to urban pollination and ecological balance. Bird feeders and water sources encourage avian visitors, while dense shrubs and flowering plants provide shelter and sustenance for beneficial insects. Green roofs with wildflower meadows mimic natural ecosystems, requiring minimal maintenance while offering a visually striking and environmentally valuable landscape. By creating a space that supports biodiversity, these gardens become more than personal retreats. They become vital contributors to the health of the city's natural environment. In certain cases, a rooftop garden is designed with versatility in mind, blending different elements to accommodate multiple functions. A single space can offer a quiet reading nook by day and a lively entertainment area by night, with flexible seating and modular furniture that adapts to changing needs. Raised garden beds may combine both ornamental and edible plants, ensuring that the space remains both beautiful and productive. The use of movable planters and folding structures allows for easy reconfiguration, making the garden an evolving space that shifts with the seasons and the lifestyle of its users. A rooftop garden, when designed with intention, becomes more than just a decorative feature. It becomes a reflection of the lives that unfold within it. Whether serving as a personal escape, a gathering place, a source of fresh food, or a sanctuary for wildlife, the garden adapts to its purpose, offering a space that is as unique as the people who inhabit it. With careful planning, thoughtful design, and a deep understanding of how the space will be used, a rooftop garden becomes not just a place to enjoy nature, but a setting that enhances everyday life in meaningful and lasting ways. Conclusion: a rooftop garden is more than just an aesthetic addition to a building. It is a bridge between urban life and nature, a carefully crafted space that enhances both the environment and the well-being of those who experience it. Whether designed as a tranquil retreat, a lively entertainment area, a productive urban farm, or a haven for biodiversity, a rooftop garden transforms an underutilized space into something meaningful, offering beauty, functionality, and sustainability in equal measure. The journey of creating a rooftop garden begins with intention. A clear vision, combined with thoughtful design choices, ensures that the space aligns with its purpose, whether that be relaxation, social engagement, or self-sufficiency. Selecting the right plants, understanding environmental factors, and incorporating sustainable practices all contribute to a garden that is not only visually appealing, but also resilient and easy to maintain. By balancing structure with nature, a rooftop garden becomes a seamless extension of the home or workplace, offering an escape from the fast pace of city life. Beyond personal enjoyment, rooftop gardens serve a greater role in shaping the future of urban living. They help mitigate the effects of climate change by reducing heat absorption, improving air quality, and conserving water. They provide pockets of greenery that soften the harshness of concrete landscapes, reconnecting people with nature in an environment where green spaces are often scarce. More than just private sanctuaries, they are part of a larger movement towards sustainable cities, where architecture and ecology coexist in harmony. Creating and maintaining a rooftop garden is an ongoing process, one that evolves with the changing seasons and the shifting needs of those who use it. Plants grow and adapt, layouts may be refined, and new ideas can bring fresh energy into the space. The most successful rooftop gardens are those that continue to be nurtured, not just as physical spaces, but as living experiences that enrich daily life. At its core, a rooftop garden is a testament to the power of thoughtful design and the human desire to cultivate beauty, even in the most unexpected places. Whether perched atop a private residence, an office building, or a shared community space, these gardens stand as symbols of creativity, sustainability, and the endless possibilities of urban nature. With imagination, care, and a commitment to balance, a rooftop can become more than just a view. It can be a sanctuary, a source of inspiration, and a reminder that even in the heart of a city, nature can always find a place to flourish.